Okay, Leo, I have a question for you. Imagine you're at a restaurant. You ordered your food 20 minutes ago. The waiter walks by. What do you say?
Uh, I am still waiting for my food?
Perfect. Now imagine you walk into that same restaurant, sit down, and before you even open the menu, the waiter brings your food. What do you say?
Wait, it's already here?
Haha, exactly. Now, one more. You're at the restaurant. Your friend asks if the waiter came to take your order. You say,
No, he hasn't come yet.
boom, you just used still already and yet perfectly in 3 natural sentences. And I bet you didn't even think about it. That's because your brain already knows these words. The problem is most learners mix them up when they have to think about it. Today, we're going to fix that permanently.
Hey everyone, welcome to Speak Like a Native. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Let's get into it.
You know, Maya, I've been using these words for years, but notice I said still. I still get them confused sometimes. Like, when do I use still versus yet? They both kind of mean not now or not yet, right?
That's exactly the confusion that trips up so many learners. Here's the key insight that changes everything. Each of these 3 words answers a different question about time. Still answers the question, is it continuing? Yet answers, has it happened? And already answers, did it happen sooner than expected?
Okay, that's already helpful.
Haha, nice. Let's start with still. Still is about continuation. Something started in the past and it's continuing now. The speaker expects it to continue. So when you say, I am still waiting for my food, you mean I started waiting 20 minutes ago and I am continuing to wait right now.
So it's like the action hasn't stopped.
Exactly. And here's a common mistake I hear from Spanish and Italian speakers especially. In Spanish, "sedoe" and "año" can be used in places where English needs yet or even already. So a Spanish speaker might say, I still haven't eaten, when they mean I haven't eaten yet.
Wait, but I still haven't eaten? That sounds okay to me.
It does sound okay in some situations. The nuance is subtle. I still haven't eaten means I was expecting to eat by now and I'm continuing to not eat. It emphasizes the ongoing situation. I haven't eaten yet simply states the fact and implies, but I will.
Oh, so still is more about emotion? Like I'm frustrated?
You're getting it. Still often carries a feeling of this has been going on too long or I expected this to change by now. Let me give you a real example. Last week I was on hold with my phone company for 45 minutes. I told my husband I'm still on hold. That still tells him this is taking forever and I'm annoyed.
Right, because if I said I'm on hold without still, it just states a fact. Still adds that little emotional punch.
Exactly. And here's another pattern with still. It almost always goes in the middle of the sentence, right before the main verb. She still lives in Chicago. I still don't understand. They're still sleeping.
What about with to be verbs?
Great question. Still goes after the verb to be. I am still hungry. She is still at work. They are still friends. So the pattern is still comes after be verbs but before other verbs.
Got it. Still continuing often with a little frustration, middle of the sentence. Okay, now let's talk about yet. This one gets me sometimes.
Yet is about expectation. You use yet when you expect something to happen, but it hasn't happened up to now. And here's the most important rule about yet that will immediately make you sound more natural. In standard American English, yet almost always goes at the end of the sentence.
Wait, really? I've seen sentences like, I have yet to meet him.
That's correct, but that's a different structure. In everyday conversation, when you're using yet to mean up to now, it goes at the end. I haven't eaten yet. Has the movie started yet? She hasn't called me yet.
So not I yet haven't eaten?
No, that sounds very unnatural to a native speaker. And this is a very common mistake for Chinese and Korean learners, because in those languages, the word for yet often comes before the verb. So they directly translate the word order, and it comes out sounding like textbook English, not real English.
Okay, so yet goes at the end. What about are you done yet? That's a question.
Still at the end. Are you ready yet? Is it time yet? Have you finished yet? End of the sentence every time.
What about negative sentences? I haven't finished yet.
End of the sentence. You see the pattern? Yet almost always lives at the very end. And it's used in two situations: negative statements, I haven't seen that movie yet, and questions, have you seen that movie yet?
Okay, so yet is about something I expect to happen. It hasn't happened, and it goes at the end. Now, what about already?
Already is the opposite of yet, in a way. Yet says, I expected it, but it hasn't happened. Already says, it happened, and it happened sooner than I expected.
So if my friend says I already finished the report, they're saying I finished it earlier than you thought I would.
Exactly. And already carries that element of surprise or emphasis. Let me give you a scenario. You and I plan to meet for coffee at 3 p.m. You text me at 2045 and say, I'm already here. That already tells me I arrived earlier than expected. Aren't you impressed?
I do that all the time.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. Already can go in different places in the sentence, and the position changes the emphasis slightly. In the middle, before the main verb, I already ate. She already knows. They already left. That's the most natural position.
But I've also heard I ate already.
Yes, and that's also correct. At the end of the sentence, it's more informal, more conversational. I ate already sounds very casual, like something you'd say to a friend. I already ate is neutral. You can use it anywhere.
So I have a choice?
You do, and native speakers use both. But here's a tip for sounding extra natural. In American English, we very often put already at the end for emphasis. I told you already. We've been through this already.
Okay, so still in the middle, yet at the end, already can be in the middle, or at the end. I think I need to hear all three in a real conversation.
Perfect timing. Let's go to our real life scenario. Imagine you and I are coworkers. It's Monday morning. I walk into the office and see you at your desk.
Hey Maya, good morning.
Good morning, Leo. Wow, you're already here? I thought you had a dentist appointment this morning.
I did. I already went. I was up at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.? It's only 8:30 now. Are you still awake?
Barely. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Well, I haven't had mine either. Want to go grab some?
I would, but I haven't finished this report yet. My boss needs it by 10.
Your boss? I thought she was still on vacation.
She came back early. She's already in a meeting with the CEO.
Wow, okay. Well, good luck with that report. I'm going to get coffee. Are you still interested?
You know what? Give me 10 minutes. I'm almost done.
All right, I'll be here. I'm still waiting.
Okay, let me break down what just happened. You said you're already here. That's the surprise, because you expected me to be at the dentist. I said I already went. That's sooner than expected. Then you asked, are you still awake? That's the continuation, because I woke up super early.
Excellent. And you used yet perfectly twice. I haven't had my coffee yet at the end. I haven't finished this report yet at the end.
Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. But let me ask you something. What about the sentence I still haven't finished my report? I used haven't finished yet, but could I have said I still haven't finished?
Yes, and there's a difference. I haven't finished yet is a simple statement of fact. I still haven't finished emphasizes that this has been going on for a while, and there's a little bit of frustration or surprise.
So still adds that emotion again.
Exactly. And this is a great transition to talk about common mistakes from different language backgrounds. For Arabic speakers, there's a particular challenge. In Arabic, the word ba'd can cover the meanings of both still and yet. So an Arabic speaker might say, I still haven't seen that movie, when they mean I haven't seen that movie yet, and it sounds like they're frustrated even when they're not.
That's interesting. What about French speakers?
French speakers often put already where English speakers would use yet in questions. In French, you can say tu as da mangé, meaning have you already eaten? In English, if you ask have you already eaten, it sounds like you're surprised, like, oh, you ate already? I thought we were going to eat together. But if you just want to know the factual information, you'd say, have you eaten yet?
So already in a question makes it sound like I'm surprised?
Yes, and that's actually a really natural, native-like thing to do once you understand it. If your friend comes to meet you for dinner and says, I already ate, you'd say, wait, you already ate? I thought we were getting dinner together. That already carries the surprise.
Okay, I think I've got a handle on this. Let me try to summarize and you tell me if I'm right. Still is for something that's continuing from before. It goes in the middle of the sentence and it often carries emotion. Yet is for something you expect to happen, but it hasn't. It goes at the end of the sentence and already is for something that happened sooner than expected. It can go in the middle or at the end, and it adds surprise.
Leo, that was perfect. I could not have said it better myself.
Okay, now hit me with the practice round. I want to test myself.
All right. First sentence. Your friend asks if you've seen the new Marvel movie. You haven't seen it, but you plan to. What do you say?
I haven't seen it yet.
Perfect. Second scenario. You've been waiting for a package for a week. It was supposed to arrive on Tuesday. It's now Friday. You're frustrated. What do you say?
I'm still waiting for my package.
Beautiful. That still carries the frustration perfectly. Third scenario. You walk into the kitchen and see that your roommate has cleaned the entire apartment. You were going to clean it later. What do you say?
You already cleaned the whole apartment?
Exactly. And notice how your voice went up with surprise. That's exactly how a native speaker would say it.
Okay, I think I've got it. But let me ask one more thing. What about the sentence I already have? Like someone offers me a pen and I say I already have one.
That's a great example. Already goes before the verb have. And it's a very common natural response. Someone says, do you need a pen? And you say, I already have one. It means I have one, and I had it before you offered.
What about I have one already?
Also natural. That puts the emphasis on already, making it sound more like I don't need one because I have one already. Both are correct, but the second one feels slightly more conversational.
Okay, so I have options. I love having options.
Before we wrap up, let me give you one final tip that will help you remember all three. Think of them as a timeline. Still is in the middle, the action is continuing, yet is at the end. The action hasn't happened, but it will. Already is in the past. The action happened sooner than expected.
Still in the middle, yet at the end, already in the past. I can remember that.
And here's your homework. Over the next 24 hours, every time you use one of these words, pause and ask yourself, am I talking about continuation, expectation, or surprise? If you do that, these three words will become automatic.
I'm going to try that. And you know what? I already feel more confident about using these words.
See what you did there? Perfect use of already.
I'm learning from the best.
Thanks for joining us on Speak Like a Native. If this episode helped you, please subscribe and share it with a friend who's also learning English. We have new episodes every day, and tomorrow we're going to tackle another set of tricky words that learners mix up.
I can't wait. See you next time.
See you next time. Keep practicing, and remember, still in the middle, yet at the end, all ready for surprise.